Introduction to Yoga and Pilates. Yoga versus Pilates. Two practices often compared, but each offering unique benefits for the mind and body. But which one is right for you? Let's dive into their origins, similarities, differences, and how they can help you achieve your fitness and wellness goals. We will also discuss alternatives to yoga and Pilates later in the video. Origins. Let's start with where these two practices come from. Yoga, originating over 5,000 years ago in ancient India, was initially a spiritual practice. It combined physical postures, breath control, meditation, and ethical principles. The word yoga comes from the Sanskrit word yuj, meaning to yoke or unite, referring to the mind-body connection. Pilates, on the other hand, is much more modern. Developed in the 1920s by German physical trainer Joseph Pilates, it was designed as a rehabilitation method for injured soldiers and dancers. Pilates focuses on strengthening the core, improving flexibility, and enhancing body control. While yoga has a spiritual origin, Pilates was born out of a need for physical rehabilitation. Similarities between yoga and Pilates. So, how are yoga and Pilates alike? Both involve low-impact movements and focus on improving flexibility, balance, and core strength. They emphasize mindfulness, encouraging practitioners to be present and connected to their bodies. Breathing plays a central role in both practices, though it's applied differently. In yoga, breathwork or pranayama is used to calm the mind and enhance meditation. Pilates, on the other hand, uses breath to facilitate movement and keep muscles engaged. Another similarity is that both can be practiced at different intensity levels, making them accessible to beginners, yet challenging for advanced practitioners. The key differences between yoga and Pilates. Now let's explore the key differences. While yoga tends to have a spiritual and mental focus, with its roots in meditation and self-awareness, Pilates is primarily a physical practice designed to strengthen and tone the body, particularly the core. Yoga consists of various styles, like Hatha, Vinyasa, and Ashtanga, which range from slow and gentle to fast-paced and intense. It also incorporates static postures, where you hold a pose for several breaths, which is great for improving flexibility and endurance. Pilates, on the other hand, revolves around controlled, precise movements. The focus is on strengthening the deeper core muscles and improving posture. Unlike yoga, Pilates often involves specialized equipment, like the reformer, to add resistance and further challenge the muscles. While yoga may offer a more holistic approach to body and mind, Pilates is highly targeted, focusing on strength, stability, and coordination. The benefits of yoga. Yoga is well known for its numerous physical and mental benefits. Regular practice can increase flexibility, improve balance, and tone muscles. But yoga's benefits go beyond the physical. It's an excellent stress reliever and helps reduce anxiety through mindfulness and breathing techniques. People who practice yoga often report a sense of inner peace, improved mental clarity, and better sleep. The practice also encourages a mind-body connection that fosters self-awareness and emotional well-being. The benefits of Pilates. Pilates, on the other hand, is your go-to for core strength, posture, and injury prevention. It helps to build strong, lean muscles and improves flexibility, with a particular focus on alignment and precision. Pilates is also great for people recovering from injuries or those with back pain because of its low-impact nature. Over time, it enhances muscle tone, balance, and coordination. Many athletes use Pilates to boost their performance by improving core strength and overall stability. Which one is right for you? So, how do you decide which is right for you? If you're looking for a more holistic practice that not only tones your body, but also calms your mind and brings spiritual awareness, yoga may be your choice. It's also perfect for improving flexibility and reducing stress. If you're focused on building core strength, improving posture, and working on physical rehabilitation or injury prevention, Pilates might be a better fit. You'll notice improvements in muscle tone and stability. But remember, yoga and Pilates don't have to be mutually exclusive. Many people combine the two, enjoying the balance of flexibility and strength that each provides. A deeper dive into the origins of yoga. Yoga has an ancient history, dating back over 5,000 years. It originated in India as part of the broader spiritual tradition of Hinduism, although it has evolved and been adapted over time into various forms. Early roots of yoga. Yoga is first mentioned in ancient texts called the Vedas and Upanishads, spiritual texts that outline the early philosophical foundations of the practice. At its core, yoga was seen as a way to achieve a connection between the body, mind, and spirit. The classical period, around 500 BCE, which stands for Before Common Era, yoga became more systematized with the creation of the Yoga Sutras, written by the sage Patanjali. These texts outline the 8 limbs of yoga, which include ethical guidelines, yamas and niyamas, physical postures, asanas, breath control, pranayama, and meditation, dhyana. This is where the deeper spiritual and mental aspects of yoga were codified. Hatha yoga and modernization. Hatha yoga, which emphasizes physical postures, breathing techniques, and purification practices, became prominent in India around the 15th century. It is the foundation of most modern yoga practices. In the 19th and 20th centuries, Hatha yoga and other forms of yoga were introduced to the West, where they became popularized and adapted into the physical and fitness-oriented practices we often see today. Global influence of yoga. By the mid-20th century, yoga spread worldwide, with teachers like Swami Vivekananda, Patabhi Jois, the creator of Ashtanga Yoga, and BKS Iyengar, the founder of Iyengar Yoga, helping to establish yoga as a global phenomenon. In the West, it shifted focus toward flexibility, fitness, and relaxation. Although many still retain its meditative and spiritual elements. The origins of Pilates. Pilates, on the other hand, is a much more modern practice with a specific founder and defined methodology. Founder Joseph Pilates developed the Pilates method in the early 20th century. Born in Germany in 1883, he was a frail child suffering from conditions like asthma and rickets. He became dedicated to improving his physical health through exercise, studying gymnastics, martial arts, and other fitness regimes. The World War I influence of Pilates. During World War I, Joseph Pilates was interned in a camp in England, where he began developing exercises to help himself and other detainees maintain physical health. He worked with soldiers who had been injured, using bed springs to create resistance training, which would later evolve into Pilates equipment like the Reformer. Development of the Pilates method. After the war, Pilates moved to New York City in the 1920s and opened a fitness studio with his wife Clara. There, he began working with dancers and athletes to help them recover from injuries and improve their physical conditioning. His method was initially called Contrology, emphasizing precise control of movements and core strength. The key principles of Pilates. Pilates is built around 6 core principles: concentration, control, centering, flow, precision, and breathing. Unlike yoga, Pilates was never intended as a spiritual practice, though it shares a focus on mindfulness and body awareness. The global spread of Pilates. By the late 20th century, Pilates became popularized globally, especially among the fitness and rehabilitation communities. Modern Pilates can be practiced on a mat or with specialized equipment like the Reformer and Cadillac. Are there similar alternatives to yoga and Pilates? Let's take a look. Tai Chi. Originating in China, Tai Chi is a martial art that focuses on slow, deliberate movements, breath control, and meditation. Like yoga, Tai Chi emphasizes the connection between body and mind. While it has martial roots, modern Tai Chi is often practiced for its health benefits, including improved flexibility, balance, and mental clarity. Then there's Qigong. Also from China, Qigong is an ancient practice that involves coordinated movement, breathing, and meditation to cultivate and balance the body's energy, or qi. It's similar to yoga in that it focuses on the flow of energy and can be both a physical and spiritual practice. Next is the practice of Barre. Barre is a modern fitness practice that blends elements of Pilates, ballet, and strength training. It uses small, controlled movements to tone muscles, improve posture, and increase flexibility. While it doesn't have the meditative focus of yoga, it's often compared to Pilates because of its emphasis on core strength and muscle endurance. The Feldenkrais method. This is a movement therapy designed to improve body function and reduce pain. Developed by Moshe Feldenkrais in the 20th century, the method involves gentle, mindful movements aimed at increasing body awareness and flexibility, similar to both yoga and Pilates. It's often used in rehabilitation settings. Gyrotonic. This is another modern system developed by Juliu Horvath, a professional dancer. Gyrotonic exercises focus on spiraling and fluid movements, using specialized equipment to stretch and strengthen the body. Like Pilates, it's known for its focus on core strength and mobility, but it has a more dynamic and circular movement style. Stretch therapy. This practice is purely focused on improving flexibility and mobility, often through static or dynamic stretching techniques. It's similar to yoga in that it emphasizes flexibility, but it doesn't incorporate the spiritual or mindfulness aspects of yoga. Conclusion. Ultimately, the best practice is the one that fits your lifestyle and goals. Whether it's the meditative flow of yoga or the controlled precision of Pilates, both offer incredible benefits for the mind and body. In summary, yoga and Pilates both offer powerful ways to connect with the body and improve overall well-being, but they come from different cultural and philosophical origins. While yoga is more spiritual and meditative, Pilates is more focused on physical rehabilitation and core strength. Alternatives like Tai Chi, Qigong, and Barre offer similar mind-body benefits and can be complementary to either yoga or Pilates in a well-rounded fitness routine. Let us know in the comments, are you Team Yoga or Team Pilates? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more comparisons on fitness, health, and other topics of interest.